Welcome to part 4 of the Fryerning XL Carp blog, and what a month it's been. Contrasting this year with the previous one, catch rates have been absolutely remarkable in 2019. The main lake itself produced 1 carp in March last year. You remember we had the beast from the east and all that rubbish that went with it. This year, things started a bit earlier and no less than 20 fish have been out of the main lake already, and we're not quite at the end of March. Barry Windham has been a member down at Fryerning for a fair few years now and catches more than his fair share. Very capable angler is our Barry. Well, he had the session of anybody's lifetime, let alone his, when probably, I think it was about the 2nd week of March, he accounted for some of the finest big fish in the lake, topped by the mighty Germ at 56 pounds. Barry also accounted for Charlie at 40 pound, 4 scale and the stripe. For anyone who doesn't know, Barry's got a bit of a reputation for being a bit frugal. Some say that he's so tight he only breathes in. But on this occasion, Barry got through a fair bit of bait, changed his tactics slightly, which is a sign of a good angler, mixing things up, and seeing that the time was right for a bigger application of boilies, Barry used 15 kilos of mainline cell through the course of his week-long session. He didn't dump it all in one go, so don't get the wrong end of the stick. Barry's a capable guy, as I said, and he puts in bait as and when he thought was necessary. And the next angler to feature on the roll call of glory was postman Jamie Sharpe. Jamie accounted for 4 fish, including 40-pound mirrors of 43 pound and 42 pounds, and backed that up with the extraordinary butterfly common at 20 pounds something. So certainly delivering the goods there. Well done, sir. Coming a little bit closer towards the end of the month, only yesterday, Steve Falco caught the netted fish from the main lake. It's very hard to think of a bigger leather carp in the whole of the UK, and with this rolling into Steve's arms at 48 pounds and 10 ounces, it's certainly one of, if not the biggest leathers in the whole of the UK at the moment. Well done to you, Steve. I know you've had a bit of a hard winter, but you kept plugging away and you got the result. Good man. Another angler who's as much of a permanent fixture on the main lake as the carp god on the dam was Lincoln Slater, and it came good for that man when he caught Bertie's linear and an unnamed 30-pound carp, backed up with a couple of 20s as well, so paying off for him very nicely. Well done. With all the anglers focusing their attentions at the deep end of the lake, Mark Gluckman bucked the trend and went up the lodge, and he caught, in my opinion, one of the best fish in the lake, which was the Emperor, weighing an enormous 46 pounds. I know this fish, having caught him personally, been lucky on an occasion a couple of years ago, and the frame on this fish is absolutely immense. It's my tip that this will be 50 pounds within the next 18 or so months. Well done to you, Mr. Luckman. What a fish to have in your net. Ian Holman came down to the main lake to celebrate his golden wedding anniversary. You did hear that right. He came without his wife and was absolutely overjoyed to net the golden scale beauty, which is the round tail common, at a weight of over 36 pounds. I hope when you got home you didn't get your balls chewed off and the fish made it worthwhile. Well done, Ian. Mitch Atwood caught not just 1 great big fish from the main lake, but 2, starting off with the amazing Riddler, which is a genuine Leany strain carp. They do exist and they are available at Fryerning in small numbers. Very, very special carp indeed. Not long after that, Mitch caught the lovely old Charlie at over 40 pounds. What a brace of fish. Well done, mate. Moving down to the amazing Valley Lake, a place where I've been spending a bit of time over this month, more of which I'll cover very shortly. New member Mav Smith did his first session and caught a PB at the same time with an amazing 33-pound mirror. As I said, the action on the valley has really been hotting up. It's a tricky lake, as we all know, but there's some amazing prizes to be caught, which we'll show you very shortly. New main lake member James Jeffcoat has been having a dabble down here on the valley, and he's been doing better than most, catching an incredible looking 26-pound fully scaled and a gorgeous 22-pound mirror, and backing those up with another 26-pounder. Really nice guy, James is. I spoke to him when I saw him down here last week. Very capable angler. I think we'll be seeing him catching a few more as the months unfold. One angler who really does know how to get amongst them consistently on the Valley Lake is Sam Lane. Sam's been a member for quite a long time now, and as I said, he really knows how to catch them. Recently he accounted for a 36-pound common, an absolutely tremendous result. Well done. Now as we come to the end of March, it's a cloudy old leaden day today, but every now and again the sun pokes its head out, and as soon as it does, the carp on the Valley Lake pop up to the surface. They've always been very, what I call solar powered carp, and they react very quickly to the sunshine. So take advantage of these beautiful trees, get up, get your Polaroids on, have a good look around, because if the sun is out, you'll be able to find these fish. They love a floater. Yes, there's a lot of bird life on here, but I usually just go up to Lidl and get myself a few loaves of bread, throw them in one of the stock ponds or the car park and let the birds eat that, and there's some great surface fishing to be had. Two guys who did target the fish in the upper layers when they saw them moving about were Dan Roberts and Alex Milligan, each of them coming away with upper 20-pound carp, well angled. Throughout March I've been having a bit of a go at the Valley Lake myself. As we said on the last blog, it is a little bolt hole that I like to come down to every now and again, and after doing a night on the main lake, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a little wander down and see what's going on. I managed to find some fish, and back then the weather was quite cold, wet and blustery, but fish where they were, I used a mixture of boilie crumb, little bloodworm pellets, a couple of handfuls of maggots and stuff like that, and baited with the Spom fish PVA bags, and put some bait in, and came away on my first trip with 5 fish up to 28 and a bit pounds, and then the next trip was similar, and my last trip I had 8 fish, so it'd been going very, very well. So did 3 trips in total, 5 nights, and had 7 to 18 fish, so very, very pleased with that. Again, one of the great things about the Valley Lake is that the fish are so different. It could be a zip linear, it could be a deep-bodied, grey-plated mirror, it could be an amazing common, and everything else that you could imagine. So that's the great thing about the Valley. You never know what's going to come along next. They fight like crazy. I mean, what a strain of fish, they really are. So it's been a great month for me down here, and I've enjoyed every second. Have a look at some of the carp I caught. I'm sure you'll agree, they're mouth-watering. While we're filming this blog today, I've just got the rods out for a couple of hours on the valley. Not doing any nights, just fishing for the day, see if we can bag one. So if we get lucky, we'll let you guys know. I've noticed that today nobody is on the car park lake, which is surprising because that's been fishing really well. Long-time member Phil Blanchard went on there and had a real huge haul of fish in a short session. So well done to you, mate. Great to see you back on the bank. Another guy caught no less than 18 fish in 24 hours. So if you're looking for bites and you want action, the car park is the place to go. I go up there quite often myself, just do a bit of fishing, because it's great to get bites, you know. Get yourself charged up, put a bit of bait in, get some bites, brim with confidence, and then come back onto the harder valley or main lake. It's always a good option. So before we move on further, we're going to talk a little bit about the work that guys have been doing down on the complex. As ever, busy, busy bees. The team of guys have been very busy as usual, getting covered in mud up to their necks in water in the stock ponds, and they've been moving some C2s and C3s into dedicated stock ponds for growing on. As a lot of you will know, the strain of fish down at Fryerning is a very, very special strain indeed, and they're nurturing these fish and growing on their own fish for the future, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Now is the time to start thinking about getting a bit of feed in the lake. As you know, the guys do stock boilies, and they've just had 2 tonne of pellets delivered. So if you want to use the same pellets which are fed to the fish, then you can get them from the guys on site. Now, as a lot of you will know, biosecurity has been very much at the forefront of everything that's gone on at Fryerning for a long time now. From the 1st of April, so by the time you guys see this, it will be time to start using the on-site equipment which is provided for your use and to care for the fish. There's nets, slings and mats, all of very high quality, available in storage units around the lakes. The main container for the main lake is by the showers, and you will see storage bins around the Valley Lake and around the car park lake. Please, when you've used the equipment, put it back into the bins you got it from, so it doesn't get spread around the lake, because that just causes a nightmare for the guys. Another thing is that from the 1st of April, you shouldn't be bringing any of your own weighing equipment, your nets or your slings onto site at all. Just use what is provided. It's really good kit, and it's there to safeguard the biosecurity of these amazing fish. Well, that wraps up what has been yet another phenomenal month down at Fryerning. Before we go, just want to mention that the gate change, the times on the gates change, I should say, to 8:30 in the evening, allowing you to get a bit more time to get into the lakes of a weekend and in the evening. So same time in the morning, 6 a.m, now 8:30 in the evening. So check out all the rules and information on the website. There's packed full of stuff on there. We look forward to seeing you down here soon. And of course, check us out on next month's blog, when I'm sure we'll have some even more amazing creatures to show you. All the best.